And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, based on the place of the world you stay right now.
Hello, good evening, good
Oh,
morning, everyone.
so we have to talk about a very interesting topic today, just the extraterrestrial implants. Yes, and but first of all, I want to introduce something anew because do you remember when I say that we are in multi-channel live, so in the YouTube channel investigation, in the YouTube channel of Academy, in my YouTube channel in English, in my YouTube channel multi-language, and the Facebook page. Okay, so there are no more at the start, there is no more the multi-language channel, but now, let me explain, it's a little complicated. There is no more multi-language channel. Okay, why? Because people was told me that was telling me that wait a moment, wait a moment. Okay, so many people were telling me that in multi-language channel there was very problem to understand the notification because they received the notification in many languages, in Polish, in Romanian, in French, in English, in Italian, in Spanish. It was a Babylon. Hmm? So this channel actually is a Babylon. Why? Because it was my first channel. I started to work in hypnosis with this channel just in Italian, my native language. But after that, I put the Spanish session too because it's my second language. And after that, many people just went to me just to publish session in other languages with subtitles. And after that, I published session in Russian, in Romanian, in Polish, in other language, Lithuanian, French, etc. So, of course, it's a Babylon channel. And people just were bothered about all this notification in other languages. They don't, it doesn't matter for them, of course. So I removed this channel from notification, etc. in these lives, in these lives. But something strange happened this weekend because this weekend, the last weekend, I formatted my computer. I formatted because it was very slow, because many information. I just cleaned up my computer, everything. I did it, everything. I reformatted again the computer and I reinstalled everything, operating system, application, etc. But I don't know why, what happened when I opened my YouTube channel in English, my YouTube channel in English, something happened because I was checking and touching and editing some security tips. And I don't know why, maybe because the browser was new. I don't know. YouTube decided that thought that this access was an unauthorized access, and YouTube catching me out of my channel. And now I cannot go. I cannot get in another way. So I cannot. I lose. I lost the access to get into this English channel. So the English channel is online. You can watch any session. Is there, but I don't have any access. I cannot control this channel anymore. I try to connect to the assistants, of course, to the client's service, and many people there is not solving anything because they don't know anything. They just send you a link. Okay, just you read the info just to solve the situation. They don't understand this is not just a simple basic issue that I can solve by myself. No, I need just someone that decide because I cannot do anything. So the channel doesn't accept anything for me, neither a recovery option to get in with other information, other no, nothing, nothing. So I decided that I don't want to waste my time and energy in that. So I abandoned this channel. I abandoned this channel. This is my decision. Yes, because it's my subliminal part, maybe. that created all the situation. So I thought that the multi-language channel has to be converted into an English channel. So all the people subscribe in this channel, maybe all of them, a part of all of them, or the Polishes, the Polish, the Romanian, the Italian, French, Spanish, maybe can understand a bit of English. They can stay in this channel like an English international language channel. So now this live is not in the English channel. At the start, it's not in the multilingual channel, but in the English language only too. But in this meanwhile, I lost the access on the English channel, so I removed in this application the English channel, of course, because the application cannot communicate with this channel anymore. And I have to put again the multi-language channel because now is the English one. So this is the very strange thing just happened this weekend. So now the live is in the X multi-language channel that now is just Calogero Grifasi, English international language. That's it. Okay, just to know, just to inform you.
So interesting.
Yeah. So um, just to resume anything, the X multi-language channel, my first channel, the 60,000 subscribed channel is English channel. And we have the investigation channel in English, the academy channel in English, and the Facebook page in English. Just 4 channels right now. Okay, in English. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about the implants. So let's go. Lina. Lina is asking what is the purpose of their implants? Their of the extraterrestrial, Okay. So there are many purposes about these implants because these devices can have many different functions. It's like you can have many technology devices like a telephone, like a television, like um a freezer, microwaves, for example, even oven, and I don't know, something electronic or electric device. So every device is just for a purpose. It's just for one function. You have just to decide. So the purpose of these implants is for communication, for to get out and getting information, just like a computer, for example, or just to absorb energy or to give energy or just to modify frequencies, energetic frequencies inside a human etheric body, for example. There are many purposes, just so many purposes. So, but the general purpose is just to control, just to communicate, to control, to do something, experiments, etc. So it's just for control. In this case, okay. When I do something more, Claudia.
um, at this moment, just to add to you already just said, um, there are many, how to say, maybe they want to observe, for example, the behavior of a person to know how to extract better energy and to transmute that energy, because they cannot align with the frequency of a person, so they have to change it. They don't have the same DNA, so they need these implants in order to extract the energy of the person. Can be, as you said, many purposes. And these implants is not only one, can be experience, can be observing, or even in, I remember in some sessions even observing, for example, the collective consciousness, for example, different groups of animals or birds, to give them impulses to make some negative actions, um, in many purposes.
Hmm. I just want to show you. There's this very sympathetic thing. This is just the live in waiting mode in this channel I lost. So there is no access in the channel. They are waiting for me. This kind of waiting for is just forever. I cannot access in this channel. It's incredible. So, wait a moment. We can.
So
Wait
I
a
need to
moment.
chat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me check. Let me sign in. Wait a moment. I do something. So because I don't know
Mhm.
how to advise people. So let me do this. Just a moment. The two-step verification. Just a moment. Devo togliere sto coso. Wait a moment. Stop. No, wait a moment. Because I need to give the 2FA authorization in my mobile. Okay. 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 So I share with you again. Okay, perfect. So, oh, I lost my chat. I understand. Open panel. It's charging. Okay. Just after that, maybe. A moment. I don't know what's happening. Well, I don't know. So let's answer to another question. This meanwhile, how often doctors find these implants when they take X-rays? Okay, so you have to understand that the majority of these implants are etherical. So they are invisible because they are not in material. Okay, so they are invisible, they are not physical, they are just energetic. Sometimes the body can somatize, can materialize these implants because the body feels these strange things and maybe can, with some reaction, can create something because of this etherical energetic device. So in this case, you can materialize just an implant and you can see something, the x-rays, there's something that is very strange, is not belong to you, etc. But the majority of the implants, the 99%, are etherical. It's very strange just to discover a very materic implant just because it's materic and they implanted a new materical implant. It's very strange. It's very complicated. It's rare. It's not so frequent. So um, remember, they are only, almost only etherical. Okay. Okay, I got the chat. So, okay, so hello, this is Calo. This is Calo. I lost the access of the channel, so you have to switch to this channel. I'm I'm texting right now, right now. So I have to put my channel link. A moment. English. Okay. Okay. Please switch to this channel. Okay. Complicated YouTube, eh? Very complicated. Too much security is not good. When it's too much, it's too much. It's good much security, more security, but not too much. Okay, so Lena is saying, I have actually some strange spot in my brain, but doctors say it's okay. I don't know. Of course, we can check these implants, these devices, just in the etherical, in the esoteric perspective. So, if you want, we can you can book a session. For example, you can write this email address you can see in the screen, info@calogerogrifasi.com, and Claudia will answer you with her email address, tutorn1@calogerogrifasi.com, and explain how is all the process. Okay, so don't worry about it. We can do it. We can check by hypnotic session. We can go into the hypnotic environment just to check everything, just to find out what kind of device, if a device, extraterrestrial device is, etc. And if it is, we can work on it. You can remove it. You can understand what is the mechanism you activated just to have this kind of issue, and you can avoid this issue just in next future if you want. So don't worry, we have a very powerful tools, the hypnosis, the esoteric hypnosis, the Grifasi method, just to solve this kind of situation. You are not alone, because this kind of situation is very common in the world, in any kind of people, any culture, any population, anything, any place. So don't worry. For us, it's completely normal, because we are seeing any of this situation every day. Many people, too much people. So it's completely normal, because this is an ecosystem. There is a system, an ecosystem, a system just interacting with another system, an ecosystem, where the other part is invisible for us. So it's normal. Don't worry. It's just a interaction between two systems, a physical one and an esoteric one. Okay, Lina? So write us to info@calogero.com. You can see the address in the screen, and we can start to inform you about everything. Don't worry. Okay, let me see if they do this. Amy, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. Okay. Okay. Amy's here. Okay. Thank you, Amy, to stay here. Thank you, Claudio. Thank you, Claudia. Okay. Amy, so you're in Facebook. Okay. So, Amy, you can follow the live on Facebook, of course, but if you can follow this live in the channel, in the YouTube channel, I send is better, at least because you can have a notification by YouTube. It's stronger than Facebook. Just to have the two options. Okay. If you want, just try to write me from the YouTube session, the YouTube channel I sent to you in the chat, Calogero Grifasi, just Calogero Grifasi, just that link, etc. So the link, I put the link here in this chat again. Let me do something. Okay. I write in the chat what happened. So as of English channel, English channel, switch. What is English channel? So no. A moment. A moment. Delete comment. Delete comment. Delete comment. Just a moment, please. Hello. Hello. The channel. I put just the link. Tell me, Claudia. Tell me.
Yes, I was just, if you allow me to add a few words. Oh, Carlo, I think you just disappeared. And I'm alone in the live.
You lost me too.
Welcome, Carlo. So Would you like to continue with something, or can I add some words for
Continue.
Lina?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
because I was thinking to tell you, Lina, is that person that said has something in her brain. You can also observe yourself to see, watch yourself if you have any symptoms, emotional symptoms, any pain, or you feel in some way your life is disturbed, if you feel it's something strange happening to you. So just watch yourself carefully, and you have a clue. You'll feel it. Your intuitive mind will tell you if there is something there, and if you feel that it is, yes, you can write to us and make a session, uh, because it's possible to be a real implant, and of course not detected by the official medicine. Probably they don't understand exactly what it is. It's not something that they know, so they say it's okay, but it's not this all the time. So better trust your own intuition.
Okay. Thank you, Claudia. Lina continue to write. So thank you, but I'm thinking it's okay because I don't feel anything strange in my head or even otherwise that I will have any connection to aliens. We have
Okay.
also mantras which protect us. Okay, so let's do something, Lina, because it's very interesting your situation. And when did you notice that you had something strange in your head? Maybe after just a strange experience, or what? Eh, just tell us. It's important to understand all the situation in every perspective. Okay. And another thing's very interesting because wait a moment, just later, a moment. It's because last week we had a breaking news just because the Pope just died, and we had to mix the topic of the live, just investigation session, with the breaking news, the death of the Pope. And we did just a live just to merge the two topics. Now this week we have to merge two topics too. Not only the implants, extraterrestrial implant, but something very strange, very esoteric in some point of views. The blackout, the massive blackout in Spain and Portugal and the south of France. So I don't know in which part of the world do you are follow this live, but yesterday, it was yesterday, right? Or yesterday, or just
The other day, I
the
think.
other day, there was a very massive blackout for many hours, almost all day, in Spain, in Portugal, in the south of France. And very esoteric strange just happened for us about this event. So, Etso is good job to have some Q&A in English. Thanks and love your work. Okay, and don't you have Etso just a question? Because you can do it. You can give a question too. Huh? You can participate if you want, of course. And Amy is asking which is the best frequency to explode all kinds of implants. Okay, actually, there is not just a frequency to do it. Of course, you can build a strategy with some frequency you can destroy some device. This is possible because you are a creator. In your space you can create everything, and you can create the strategy, and you can create this condition to do this because it's your creation. Remember, everything can happens in your space is because of you, because you are not have, you are your power. You are power. So everything you think, everything you believe, everything you want, you create in your space, inside yourself, in your inner space. Okay? So the important thing is just to be aware of your power. When you are aware of it, you can use it. If you don't are not aware about your power, you cannot use your power because it's something like it doesn't exist. Hmm? But it's just sleeping because until you can understand your power. So when you understand it, you can use it, you can create, and you can destroy anything. For example, implants. When you destroy something in the esoteric world, in your etheric body, in your space, you are removing, you are revoking any permission you gave in the past to have the same plans in you for manipulation, for fear, for any reason. You can be manipulated. For example, you accepted something that you really don't remember anything. You didn't know. You thought that it was another thing. Just manipulation. When you understand the mechanism of the interference, and you understand that you are power, so you can solve anything. Remember, they control you. They influence you because they are using your power against you and for them to take advantage, of course, because they know that you are power and they know that everything you think, everything you believe, you create. So the only thing you have to do is just to make you to believe something. And when you believe something, you create this something. For example, if you believe that you are weak and they are stronger than you and you can't stand with them, so you are creating the strongness for them and the weakness for you because it's your creation, it's your belief. Okay, so when you think the other is stronger than you or just strong, you are giving your power to them, your energy to them in your space. So remember, so they can manipulate you just making you believe something. For example, that they are stronger than you. So in this case, they can do more things. They can do things in your space because you are allowing them because you think they are stronger, so they can do it because of the strength. For example, no, you have to understand that you are creating all of this. You are giving access because of your beliefs, because of your programmation, because of just the kind of interference, esoteric interference you can be suffering in this moment. Okay, so frequencies, if you create something, a situation of these frequencies can destroy these implants, you can do it, of course. It just maybe just because you are revoking the permission to stay there. When they don't have any permission to stay there, they cannot stay anymore and they disappear. That's it. It's just your will. It's just your consciousness. You don't need anything to protect yourself because the protection is you. You are the only protection you can have. Only you. The protection is not have or has. You don't have to have any protection because you are the protection. It's just your consciousness, just your power. Okay. Okay, Elena is complete the comments. I don't remember actually when the X-ray was taken. It was about 15 years ago. It's so much time. So, Lena, okay, apart the X-ray, do you remember if before these symptoms of these X-rays, you lived just an esoteric or an extraterrestrial, very paranormal experience, for example, or a very strange dream, or a very strong dream, or a strong sensation, or something like that? Something very strange. And Robert, sorry, Claudia, you wanna tell us something more, or just or to Amy or Lina?
Yes, I was thinking to add something to Emmy. We need to be in tune with all of our layers. So to not let anything out from ourselves. I mean, talking about mental level, emotional level, all our energetic bodies, and taking care of all the emotions, sensations that we have, even if we don't like them, all of them. But we need to take care of them to not let anything unexplained, unresolved in ourselves. Because if we do that, it's like regaining all of our spaces from ourselves. And from this, our authority, our truths, that means real power. Being in tune with all of the layers of our multidimensional being, because that's what we are actually. And she was asking about the best frequency to be. In my opinion, there are so many, as you, Carl, already said. It's not only that happiness that we all talk about, can be joy, can be the fulfillment, can be the relaxation, even a meditative state, for example, but to feel it from deep within, not just on a surface level, on a mental level, to be there, to feel that all of your being is there in all of your spaces. And being like this, there's no you don't give the opportunity for other extraterrestrial being to get into you, to get in those, because you don't have any dark spaces, let's say, left unresolved.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. And Robert, are implants attached by ET, extraterrestrial beings, only for their purpose, collecting data, etc., or by someone else who is using ETs, like reptiles, dragons, or for collecting energy? Okay, so first of all, it's better to call these beings, these etherical beings, with another name. Okay, reptiles is just for terrestrial reptiles, terrestrial animal. In this case, when the reptile is an etherical one, we have to call them reptiloids. Reptiloids. A dragon is okay because it's dragon. Dragon is just a name of just one species inside the categories of the reptiloids. It's okay. Or not insect, but just insectoids, not felin, but felinoids, not just octopusoids, because they are etherical. Okay, just to not create confusion. And okay, ETs, reptiloids and dragons, etc., are ETs. So when you is talking about only for their purpose, so by ETs, you are talking about it is. So you are saying the same thing in the same phrases, in the same sentences, or by someone else who is using it is. Ah, okay, sorry. Okay, someone else can use it is, yes, because there is a structure, a hierarchical structure where infinite hierarchical structure where there are many other beings just to control other ones. But they are only extraterrestrial because they are out of the terrestrial planet, of course. So always ATs they are, of course. This is because of the confusion. Okay, maybe the categories of the species of these beings changed, of course. For example, dragons are very high, powerful beings in the category of the reptiloids. For example, in the reptiloids, when the reptiloids is just a basic one, basic category, you can see just something like a snake or a crocodile or I don't know, a dinosaur. Okay, it's basic, just something similar, not the same. After that, you can observe the dragons. Dragons are reptiloids, but with wings, the classical dragon, because the wings are metaphorical. They are not just to fly. Of course, they can fly, but the wings is just to show the powerful. They can fly higher, and they can observe anything from higher skies, from above. They control you very small down the ground. So it's just metaphoric. Just to extend and show the wings, it's just a showing power. I'm higher than you. I can control you from above. This is the real. Of course, to fly, just metaphoric, just like a movement to this, to move, to go to another point, of course. Okay, so other beings very powerful can be humanoids, for example. They can be more powerful than dragons can be, not just be always, can be, it depends. But humanoids are very powerful beings. For example, they can use reptiloids as submitted uh, collaborators. Insectoids are powerful too, it depends. In this hierarchical scheme, you can see insectoid just a little down or up. Reptiloids normally are up. Yes, are higher than a simple reptiloid. Because the reptiloid, the basic one, is just a basic worker, maybe a military, maybe just a operator, just for uh, basic works, just to do something under an instruction, an order. Okay, it's just not an intellectual or a control or a management work job. No, no, no. It's just for another level category, just another hierarchy. So normally the reptiloids, just crocodiles, just snake, etc., just for basic works. Okay, insectoid a little more upper because the insectoids they can work often with genetics, so they can fertilize, they can manage um, all the birth with hybrid experiments. For example, they can experiment with hybridation of DNA, for example, something human with something reptiloid or insectoid or humanoid, for example, just to make experiments in their laboratories, maybe in the ships or other places and planets, etc. So reptiloids, insectoids, humanoids, more or less with dragons. It depends. It depends. Sometimes upper, sometimes lower. It depends. And after that, you can see other beings, beings that we don't understand, don't know because they don't appear in this session because they are very higher. Octopusoids, for example, they are very powerful because they can use any tentacles just to control just a part of a situation. So they can control more situation, just isolated situation, just with the tentacles. And remember that in the terrestrial dimension, the octopus, they are very intelligent animals, and they have just a
Yes.
mind. They have just a mind. What is the name of cervello?
Collective.
No,
Oh,
cervello in
brain,
English.
brain, brain.
Brain. They
Hmm.
have just one brain for one tentacle. So the
Hmm.
tentacle is completely independent. The tentacle can move, the tentacle can feel, the tentacle can catch, can take decision to do something, completely independent to the other tentacles. In any tentacles can synchronize the work with the other tentacles because there is an individual intelligence and a collective one. The octopus is a very interesting animal on Earth, but of course outside of Earth because they have very similar characteristic, genetical characteristic. So when you see an octopus in a session, is because the octopus is controlling different systems just with one consciousness and just with many brains, independent many brains. So the octopus is very higher in hierarchy because the work is more managing more system at the same time, more situation at the same time. And this characteristic, this the genetical, is using in hybridation, for example, just to have this kind of power. You can see humanoid and dragons just with some a little percentage of octopus genetic DNA in their DNA, just to have this capacity, just to have more brains, or just to use a brain like more brains at the same time. So it's very interesting. This kind of information we got from hypnosis. Okay, so Lena, I don't remember any of these kind of things, but I have all my life been interested of islands. Maybe I have lived my previous life in other planets. Nowadays, I made it a lot. It can be you can have the experience, many experience, and you can have in these times the experience that you don't remember because maybe you sleep, you are dreaming, etc. So if you stay good, don't worry about this. If you can dominate everything, if you feel strong, if you are strong, it's okay. Thank you both for explanation. Okay, you got it. Okay, last timer. So, sorry, Claudia, wanna add something? Yeah, for the
No.
things, no?
No. Meantime, when you don't have questions here, or if you want to alternate, I also have questions from the post. Whenever you want, you can tell me.
Okay,
Okay,
so from the
it's ready.
post now.
Okay, because there is something in connection with what you just said. There are preferred energetic areas in the body preferred by specific species. So to put implants in
Can you repeat, please, Claudia?
there are preferred energetic areas in the body
Mhm.
preferred it's repeating preferred by a specific species to put implants.
Okay, yes, there are part of the body more attractive for
Mhm.
these implants. For example, of course, one is the brain because you can put programmation, you can manage thoughts, etc. But the first part, the very interesting part, is just the uterus. Yes, the female uterus, because they can. absorb energy, of course, but they can hybridize, they can fertilize etherically the woman just to have other creators. Hybridation. This is hybridation. So they, for example, can fertilize etherically a woman just directly, just to put the semen inside, another kind of species semen inside, just to create this hybridation. And after that, could, they can take away the hex just to complete the process in the laboratory, or they can wait just for the opening of this hex, just, and after that just remove all the creators to take them away to the laboratory. But most of the time, these creators are dead just before to take adult age, because normally the experiments are experiments. So the experiences normally 99% of the cases are broken. They don't work. Okay. Sometimes yes, and when they can, the formula is working, they copy this formula to repeat them, but just to have more powerful, more intelligence, more characteristic of another space, just another one, more life, more, I don't know, but more characteristics. They are trying to create the best being, the best body, the best consciousness, the best one, just to put all the best categories just into another one. It's very complicated. They are on it. They are working on it. So we are in this moment when they are working on it, but this kind of interpretation is very poor of results right now. They are trying, etc. So this is the part of the body with more attraction about this these beings. Of course, of the part of the belly, because in the belly you can produce many emotions, etc. So there you can find many implants just to absorb energy or just to change the frequency of this energy, the emotions, etc. There are the parts. So head, genital part, belly, and head. After that, okay, the spine, the back, the arms, the legs, etc. But just secondary place. Claudia?
Yes, I was thinking now. From the sessions that we made along the years, the reason for why they don't succeed actually with these fetuses is that they are forced to incorporate more human DNA in order to be viable here on Earth. So for that reason, they cannot actually have their DNA inserted in too much percent. So for them, it's not a success actually. That's why they keep experiencing, trying this hybridization. But from all the sessions that I see, it's always a small part, a small percent of hybridization of aliens. The biggest is human. So for
Hmm.
them, it's a bit difficult to succeed.
Yes. And I think I had just a session 2 or 3 days ago in Spanish when the client was a girl, a very beautiful girl, but with many problems, many issues. And in the sessions, we discovered that she was and is fertilized continuously by insectoids, reptiloids, and humanoids. Just a group of these beings where the boss, it was just a humanoid. The second boss, secondary one, was a reptiloid, but just a collaborator, just a subordinated collaborator of the humanoid. And the insectoid was doing the work, just the job inside the uterus. So they put just the hex there. No, sorry, no, just the seminal, the sperm just inside, sperm from a laboratory. They some eggs just formed into the uterus. They take in, I don't know, in a few days, just eggs outside, and after that, these eggs were treated into the laboratories. But all the results are negative. So the new creature were dead completely. All of them dead. So they remove this girl removed anything because they understood exactly why she allowed all the situation, etc., etc., etc. They remove anything. They understood many things, and the session was very hard but very interesting. And that's it. Now she feels very good. very light and good. So the session is published in the Spanish channel. If you understand Spanish, or if you can put the subtitles in English
Hmm.
or in your language, you can watch the session. It's just the last one in the Spanish channel. If you don't know where the the Spanish channel is, just put Calogero Grifasi Spanish or just ES and you can find it. Okay, so um, another question. Another question. I lost the question. Sorry. Lost timer? Yes. No, no, wait a moment. I lost my question. Sorry.
Would you like me?
Amy, Amy. Because of the post. Okay. Because I was looking for this question in
Ah.
chat. Okay, so last timer, it would be interesting to have live about using subliminal message to reprogram subconscious mind. Of course, we are going to do it, but if we want to talk about the mm, blackout, this blackout is just an experiment. It's just an esoteric experience about to control. It's a subliminal message because
Exactly.
in Spain they had many people were in panic. They get panic because they thought that Russia was invaded Europe, because they thought that they needed just the the survivor pack,
Yes.
etc., because they needed just to have money, just the real money, and just not card because card any card that just was working, of course, any card, and that's it. But just people in panic, people just buying anything in the supermarkets. I don't know. So this is just there is a second goal, a second objective, a second result, just to understand. But if we do something like that just to turn off the the light, what happens? What about the people? People is in fear, are in fear. People is under panic because they provoked this panic just in the past. You remember the lockdown just 5 years ago because of the COVID? Because just they are traumatized in their brain. So now everything seems okay, but this trauma is under their brain, is just sleeping. You need just to turn off the light just to make this trauma to
The-
wake up again.
Yes.
So they won't just to check up if everything is good because they need just to control the humanity. How do you control the mankind? Because of the fear and guilt feelings. It's just the two emotion, very powerful emotion to control people. Fear and guilty feelings. The church is working always in the guilty feelings. You are guilty. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. Just put yourself on your knees and pray. Pray for your forgiveness, for God to forgive you because you are a sinner, because you are guilty. Or fear, because when you have fear, you need protection. You're looking outside of yourself for protection, and they give you protection, but it is not real protection. It's control. Hey, me, is nights ago I woke up hissing like a snake for about minutes. Am I an ET? No, no, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Maybe you just channel it, just a reptiloid, a snake reptiloid. Don't worry about it, it's just a channeling. So you feel like you are, but you are not. You just channel. You are just borrow your body, your voice, for example, to another being, just to show him or just to let express this entity in some way with your body or with your vocal cords, just maybe to communicate something. So don't worry about it. It's just channeling. If you wanna try, for example, this channeling, maybe you are sensitive person, uh, you can do it in a session. We do session, and we always make the clients just to channel, just to uh, catch the entity inside, because we can communicate with them. We can catch him. through channeling, for example. It's very simple. We do in any session, almost any session, this kind of technique. Don't worry, it's okay. You are okay. You're just sensitive. Don't worry. It's so. The blackout was predicted by some psychics. A Polish man, Krzysztof Jakowski, is pretty good at it. This was planned at bigger events coming. I didn't know. I have to ask um,
Me neither.
Evelina. Yes, I have to take a screenshot for Evelina because I wanted to find out something about it. Okay, thank you, Itzo. And Itzo continues something for July's planet about the message of this
Hmm.
psychics, maybe. And maybe an investigative protocol can be made to look into major future events between now and 2030, because according to Jakoski, a wild roller coaster is about to start. Okay, I investigate about it. Okay, thank you, Itzo. Alexander, I've seen this octopusoids, and I thought this was my imagination. You just explained a lot. Okay, remember, imagination is just not only imagination, because when you believe something, when you think something, when you imagine something, when you dream about something, you are co-creating with this something inside yourself, in your space. So it's not just imagination, just something like it doesn't exist. No, imagination exists, but you have to understand that it exists in the etherical dimension. So when you try to understand something with your rational mind, you can't, because your rational mind is just done to understand the physical world. Just this language, that this code, this codification, this programmation, this matrix, you cannot understand the etherical one with the rational mind. You cannot think about a scientist, for example. Science is good, but just in the physical world. You can understand anything, you can create many things with science, but just in the physical world. After that dimension, the rules are different. Of course, it's limited science because the science is just in that physical dimension. So an imagination is something that if you think about your real mind, you think it doesn't exist because it's just a thought, but not, because after, behind this physical dimension, there is another world. Everything you imagine, you are living in this dimension. When you dream of something, you are into another world. Another world. You are living your life in another dimension. Want to say something, Claudia?
Would you like me to read another question from the
Yeah.
post?
Okay. Yes.
Is there a specific type of person, by occupation, location, or lifestyle, who seems to be more frequently targeted for implants?
Yes and not, because normally any person, many people around the world just can be used about this extraterrestrial being. So it's a common things all over the world. But maybe some cultures are more open to it or to that, and maybe they can have more success to work with these people because they are more open, they believe more, they tend to believe in something more, so it's easier to work with these people. But just I think, for example, Latin America, people in Latin America, I love to work with Latin American people because they are very open. I can put these people just into a very deep hypnosis. And for example, this session I talked about of this girl, it was Argentina. So she underwent into hypnosis very fast and very deep. It was a very wonderful for me session because I could work very hard. Could discover the root of the problem just in a few minutes, and I could work with just 1 hour very hard in the etherical world. Very good session. So for me, Latin America are more open to this case, and maybe we can have more percentage of this case. But of course, it's all people around the world, all people from America to Asia to Africa to Europe, they are under the same situation. Same ecosystem. You have another post, another question for the post, or wanna say
I
something more?
have, but I have actually one question, if you allow me, for you, from me.
Uh,
Because I understand a little French, and sometimes I watch also French sessions. I noticed all kind of complex situations, complex implants, complex structure, deep, heavy interferences. There is something in special that you can say about French clients in particular, or
No,
no?
I don't say this difference
Hmm. It's not
because
heavier, no.
no, because I have the same complex situation in French, of course, but in
Hmm.
Spanish too,
Uh-huh.
and in Russian, for example. In Russian, I had many experience very hard. They
Hmm.
think in some in a phenomenon they called just a psycho. No, let me think. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember.
Medium
Uh,
or no?
no, no, no.
No.
Psy terror. They call it psy
Ah,
terror. It's just a kind of mind control. Yes, for example. So no, there is no just a culture. No, 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 no.
mhm.
Maybe more percentage, just in a part of the world, just because of the culture of the people, but but all the world is completely under this phenomenon. Okay, so um, alpha is site error. Yes, site error. You can look something in YouTube, in internet. You can see many things, but many of the sites are in Russian. You can translate into English, of course, but it's just a belief of some culture because they call this site error, but it's just mind control.
Mhm.
Okay, so and we are over. The timing is over. So let's go. Okay, Amy, yeah, I had the octopus as interference. I had mental obsession and fears. Okay, I suppose you solved anything. Just the octopus is just a history, for you. Okay, very glad is this. Question. What is the best method, technique to shield yourself while you are sleeping? So before you sleep. I repeat, because I repeat this concept just at the start of this life. You are the only protection you can have. It's just your consciousness. If you are aware of your power, if you don't have fear, because you understand your power, you understand the mechanism of the interference, you already solved any situation and you are invulnerable. So you are the only protection you can have. Only you. Alpha, can some implants look like threads or strings? Yes, in some way, yes. Robert, thank you, Carlo. Automatically, if you know you are dealing with what kind of ET is responsible for installing implants, how high is in TT-AT hierarchy? Okay, spare a moment. Thank you, Carlo. Automatically, if you know who you are dealing with, you know the power and size,
Behind it, probably.
yes, behind it. Yes, of course. You just to be have to be aware about your power, yourself, and the mechanism of the interference. And you have solved everything at the same time. You get this consciousness. This is the protection. The only protection you can have is you. Okay, yes, precise errors, and thank you both. Okay, thank you, Eimer, and see you next time, maybe next week. And that's it. So thank you for your participation. Participation. Thank you for your questions. And remember, the English channel now is the other one, the ex multilingual channel. Just Calogero Grifasi. Just right, Calogero Grifasi. For me now is the English channel because the other channel, the English one, is just out of my control. I cannot access anymore. I don't know why. Okay. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you,
Thank
Claudia.
you. Thank you. My
See
pleasure.
you. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.